friends, and welcome back to Movies, Munchies, and Moscato. I am Rhonda.
And I am Rochelle.
And we're just a couple of friends who love movies, television, and wine. So if that is something that interests you, please stick around and subscribe so you don't miss an episode. We also want to give a shout out to Buzzsprout. They are our podcast host, and this has been one of the easiest things to get going with because of their helpful steps. If you're interested in starting a podcast, they will help you get set up with a website, get you listed in all the major podcast platforms, and provide guides and tools to help promote your show. Go ahead and follow the link in the show notes, and that lets Buzzsprout know we sent you and gets you a $20 Amazon gift card if you sign up for a paid plan. Now it's time for movie news, reviews, and pulp culture discussion. So Ted, the movie Ted from Seth MacFarlane, is getting a prequel series at the Peacock Network. So for those who don't remember, this was the talking stuffed animal. And in
Teddy bear.
Yeah, teddy bear. And Mark Wahlberg played his lifelong friend. It was just very, dark comedy, very, potty mouths. And so
yes,
I liked it. It was entertaining. So it'll be interesting to see a prequel series, I guess, of how Ted came to be exactly.
Wow.
Tiffany Haddish is going to star in a biopic of Olympic gold winner Florence Griffith Joyner, and she has already begun training with her former husband and coach. I think this is an awesome choice. She does actually look a lot like Florence.
Does she?
And yeah, she did just go through this whole body transformation, like losing weight. She had a goal of getting fit and stuff before the summer came, and she did it. And now she's training to look even better to be an Olympic gold medalist. So hats off to Tiffany. I'm sure she'll do a really good job. This will probably, was in the kitchen. I was like, let's say this will be her first serious role, but no, she has done.
Okay, I didn't see that one.
A previous serious role, but this will be awesome for her.
Oh, that's cool.
Kristen Cruick joins the Jack Reacher series on Amazon that also stars Alan Richardson from Smallville. So Kristen Cruick was also on Smallville as Lana Lang for years. She lasted the whole 10 seasons of that show. And I also watched her on Beauty and the Beast, that series as well on the CW. So I really like her. The Jack Reacher movie that came out, years ago with Tom Cruise, I remember liking that as well. So I think a TV series based off of that will be good. He got so many complaints, unfortunately, because I guess in the book series, the Jack is a lot taller than Tom Cruise is in real life. He's supposed to be over 6 feet, the character, and that was the only thing people complained about. He's not tall enough. Why did they cast him? But I still enjoyed the show. But I never read the books to be caring either way. So, so this will be cool. Beauty and the Beast is getting a prequel series on Disney+. So Luke Evans and Josh Gad will be reprising their roles from the live-action movie. This is going to take place several years before the movie's events and shed light on Gaston and LeFou's friendship.
So the one with Emma Watson.
Yes.
That is just not enough. Now they have to just start everything from the beginning.
Right. Everyone needs a backstory. So it might be cute. I thought they had a good rapport in the movie, so I guess her learning more about them might be interesting.
Oh, true.
Depending on where they're going with it.
As long as Disney, directs it, makes it sure that, or, has some kind of involvement.
Yeah, it's going to be on Disney+. They're the ones making it, so it's going to be...
Good.
Yeah, completely about
Okay,
them,
well, I'll be interested to watch that.
Right? Showtime has ordered a 10-episode reboot of American Gigolo.
Wow.
So this is going to be a series, obviously, 10 episodes. This is going to star John Bernthal, most recently from Things We Lost in the Fire. What is it? Those Who Left Me for Dead. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
The Angelina Jolie movie. He was just in that. Plus, he was in the Punisher series. So this is going to pick up...
Is he the cop?
In the Punisher?
No, in
yes.
Those Who Wish Me Dead. Mm-hmm. He was also in Walking Dead.
Oh, was he?
Yeah,
okay, that's
in the very beginning.
Oh, okay.
He was a cop with Rick, for those of you who watch The Walking Dead.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and then he had an affair with Rick's wife, but that's beside the point.
I can't, honestly, it's hard to picture him in this role, knowing that Richard Gere was in the original movie.
I know, yeah.
He's playing the same character because it is picking up 18 years after the events of that original movie. So, I can't remember how American Gigolo ended. I think the character went to jail or something.
I didn't see it. I was too young.
So, I was too at the time. I went back later and tried to watch it, but I just can't remember exactly. But anyway, so this will be interesting. So, yeah. I'll be curious enough to check it out myself, so I'll have to let you know. Shamar Moore has joined Sonic the Hedgehog 2. This is cute casting news.
Oh my gosh.
We love Shamar Moore. I actually really enjoyed Sonic the Hedgehog. Did you see it?
No.
It actually ended up being a really good, again, mix of live action. And of course, Sonic is animated, but I thought it was a very entertaining movie.
Oh, well, maybe I'll have to give that a whirl.
Yeah, check it out. I think you'd like it. Channing Tatum is set to star in Zoe Kravitz's directorial debut called Pussy Island. Yes, you heard that right. Pussy Island. He is going to play a tech billionaire with his own private island. So Zoe Kravitz, she's Lenny Kravitz's daughter, and she's acted in so many things like Big Little Lies. She just got cast in Batman as Catwoman. So,
did she?
Yeah.
Wow.
The one with Robert Pattinson. So
really?
Yeah.
Oh my.
So now she's going to direct, and so this is an interesting title for a movie. So I'm not sure. I don't think it's based off of anything, like any book or anything. That's just what they're...
I wonder if it's a tech billionaire with his own private island.
Yeah.
Epstein comes to mind.
Oh, ew. I hope that's not what it is. Because
know,
calling it that and it's about that is like, I don't know about that.
Yeah. Well, anyway. All right.
Well, wish we learn more about it. It was very little information given. That's all they said. That small description, and that's what it's called.
Because, our minds are going now.
Right?
So.
That's true. Oh, my gosh. So there is going to be a Los Angeles Lakers workplace comedy coming out from producer Mindy Kaling that has been ordered as a series at Netflix. This, I'd be all for. I think it's cool, and I like workplace comedies. I think it'd be cool to have a behind the scenes of the Los Angeles Lakers, like what could possibly be going on in the office there. And Mindy Kaling's a really good producer.
Yes.
So
right.
I think that would be funny. So it just barely got ordered, so no one's been cast yet. So we'll have to see how that goes. And then finally, Disney has hired Rachel Zegler, who is of the upcoming West Side Story, to play Snow White in yet another live-action adaptation of that animated movie. So it's just funny because, unfortunately, because West Side Story got delayed, we've yet to see Rachel in that show. We don't know how her acting is, but I'm going to assume, it's great because, she got West Side Story.
It's Disney again, so.
Right, and then she just got... she just filmed the sequel to Shazam, and now she's got cast as this. So, girl's doing something right, even though we haven't got to see her acting yet.
I guess. But another live adaptation.
Right?
What was the last one with Kristen? She played Snow White. Kristen from Twilight.
Oh, she played Snow White?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, is the Huntsman thing.
Yes,
the Snow White and the Huntsman. That's
Snow White
right.
and Huntsman.
This will, I'm sure, just play more like what the animated story was in this case. It's going to follow the...
So cute. Cutesy.
Yeah, cutesy.
Not dark.
No, not dark. Yeah, not dark. So...
Okay.
Next thing you know, they're going to do a prequel, kind of like Cruella of the evil stepmother or whatever.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yes, I know.
Or the evil wicked witch. We'll see what happens with that. Okay, so movies and TV shows out last week and this week. So I'm going to talk about some things that came out last week as well, since we didn't have an episode. So first out last week was The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard.
Oh,
This is in theaters with Samuel L. Jackson, Ryan Reynolds, and Salma Hayek. So Bryce and Kincaid are brought back together. Bryce is forced into action by Kincaid's even more volatile wife. Soon, all three are in over their heads when a madman and sinister plot threatens to leave Europe in total chaos. I'm all for this. I'm actually seeing this movie tonight, so I will let you know how it is. I saw the first one and really enjoyed it, so.
Oh, good.
So I'm looking forward to this one.
Looking forward to hearing what you think of it.
Also out last week was Fatherhood. This is a movie on Netflix starring Kevin Hart. So this is about a father. He brings up his baby girl as a single dad after the unexpected death of his wife, who died a day after their daughter's birth.
Oh.
I know, I'm sure it's a slight tearjerker, but obviously it's Kevin Hart. It's also some comedy in there, so I'm sure it's super cute. We'll have to check that out as well. And also last week, we had the TV series Physical. This is on Apple TV and stars Rose Byrne. So this is about a quietly tortured woman who supports her husband's bid for state assembly while battling personal demons until she finds release through the world of aerobics. So this show, very 80s. I'm surprised it didn't have like the Olivia Newton-John song Physical in the trailer, but it did not. But it looks good, dark comedy. You know, I mean, when I was reading like some of the reviews, it was highly reviewed. But I mean, the things that this chick does, you know, apparently you're just like, what? So, you know, dark.
Oh, for sure.
So.
Oh my gosh. I don't.
So I'll probably check it out. You know, I love 80s shows. You know.
Yeah.
And I was trying to remember when I was watching the trailer, it shows her going into a mall to attend an aerobics class, and I'm like, did malls in the 80s?
Yeah,
have, like,
they did.
They had those type of things
they did.
in malls
because they had their little fitness. Yeah.
It's just I just don't remember that. And again, okay, I guess maybe I was just too young in the 80s to really notice.
Yeah, or
stuff going on.
just wasn't something that you were interested in at the time.
True.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so I saw that, I kept thinking, I'm like, did they have aerobics classes in malls like that?
Yeah.
I was like very confused.
They did at the Cache Valley Mall in Logan. I remember there was like a fitness place, and I'd see them be bopping around in there.
That would be so funny.
I know.
Okay. Maybe we need to bring that back. Let's have some Zumba in the malls, folks. Let's put where everyone can watch everybody.
There you go. Oh.
Okay, so for this week, out in theaters is Fast and Furious 9. That's right, folks. Another one. It's back in theaters. So this stars Vin Diesel, Michelle Rodriguez, Tyrese, Charlize Theron, and John Cena, who is new to this group. So it's Dom's crew soon comes back together to stop a world-shattering plot by the most skilled assassin and high-performance driver they've ever encountered, Dom's forsaken brother, who, yes, people, believe it or not, is supposed to be played by John Cena. It's still a head-scratcher. They don't look anything alike, but let's just see what kind of backstory they give to this, if any, to make it, you know, understandable to me. This is something I'll also be seeing this week, so I can let you know. And this actually is its 20th anniversary. This week is the 20th anniversary of the very first movie. I mean, that is so crazy to think that 20 years ago is when these movies started, and we're still going.
Wow. Yeah.
You know, and it's like, I just watch them like this, and they're fun. I mean, a lot of the time, yes, the story doesn't make sense, but it's just good, and they just have such a good friend rapport, all of the...
Oh, yeah, a lot of good synergy going on.
So I've just enjoyed it through the years, so I'll keep enjoying it, and like I said, I will let you know how it is. So then we also have The Ice Road. This is a movie on Netflix that stars Liam Neeson and Lawrence Fishburne. And so after a remote diamond mine collapses in the far northern regions of Canada, an ice driver leads an implausible rescue mission over a frozen ocean to save the lives of trapped miners despite thawing waters and a threat they never saw coming. So I'm assuming, let's just imagine Ice Road Truckers.
Yes, that's exactly what I thought.
Right?
Yep.
So, I'm sure I'll watch it. One, it's on Netflix. Two, has Liam Neeson.
And you know what's going to happen.
Right? We always love things he's in. So
yes.
I'm sure it'll be no different. And then finally, there's a new series on Netflix called Sex/Life. So I believe, again, watching the trailer, it's like it's a married mother. I'll just read the synopsis real quick. So it stars Shara Shahi and Mike Vogel about a suburban wife and mother who takes a fantasy-charged trip down memory lane that sets her present on a collision course with her wild child past. So basically, I guess the sex part of the title is it's her past. Like, she had this really, you know, wild, hot relationship with a boyfriend at the time, but now her life side, she's married with child to this other man. She comes across the past boyfriend and is just like trying to examine life, like, you know, am I satisfied with what I have, of course, or do I want to like go back and like, you know, visit that wild child past? So it looks interesting. I really like her. She used to be on Persons of Interest that I watched back in the day, as well as this other show called Fairly Legal, and then most recently she was on Rookie, or The Rookie, I should say not Rookie, but The Rookie TV series.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So I like her, and it looked interesting, so maybe I'll have to check it out. So what we've been watching last week and this week, so I have watched Loki. This started on Disney Plus. I've seen the first 2 episodes. So far, I am liking it. I will admit it did not grab me like the previous 2 series did on Marvel, meaning WandaVision and the Falcon and Winter Soldier. But I do like it. I do like Tom Hiddleston. So it wasn't a like, ooh, out the gate like the rest. But I am liking it.
It looks like more comedy too.
Honestly, no.
No, it doesn't. Okay.
No.
I did. Maybe it was just some of the the parts
you
of it,
saw,
that were kind of comedy.
But yeah, no, it's so far it's been just serious.
Oh, okay.
So
all right.
so I have liked it, so I'll keep watching it, and so hopefully it will end on a good note. We'll see. Also, I checked out Lupin Part 2 on Netflix. So this I really enjoyed. It was so good. It's just one of those like action adventures, kind of in the vein of like, say, like National Treasure, that type of thing. And so I watched the first part, or was it earlier this year? Yeah, earlier this year. And Part 2 just finished it. It concluded fully. So if they don't bring it back, which I think they are, but if they don't bring it back for another season, it ended. It answered all the questions from Part 1, so I was very happy about that. It was just really good. I always like seeing these like traps he like lays out, and then either how he gets caught in it or doesn't, because it is pretty equal opportunity with that. So I would definitely check it out. It's filmed in French, so I watched the dubbing.
Oh, you did.
But it's really.
Do you speak French now? Maybe you speak French now.
I did take French in high school, but I don't remember enough of it. I can count up to 5 is all.
Oh, well.
So that's all I can do,
all right.
unfortunately. And then finally, I watched the movie In the Heights
Yay!
on HBO Max. I really enjoyed this. I ended up watching it twice. Technically not on purpose, but it's okay. I still enjoyed it watching it twice.
So is it just as good as all the hype?
I think so. But I am someone who really loves musicals. There was only one character I thought didn't have the best singing voice, but overall, like the cutesy story, love the music. There's like 3 musical numbers I can also say were the best in there, and I don't know, it was just a good time. I can see how certain people, though, because of the type of musical it is, where you sing a lot of the stuff that you're acting out instead of just singing with it being a song. Can be annoying to certain people, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. I would give it 4 wine corks. It was just, to me, a good time. So if you have HBO Max, please watch it. But of course, I would love to still see it in a theater on a bigger screen with the high def sound. I think it would be awesome, because it is a musical. So, and for those who go, just pay attention to the opening number. In the Heights, to me, is good. 96,000 is awesome. That's my number 1 pick for musical numbers. And then lastly, Carnival de Barrio. I'm sorry, I'm butchering that name. Anyway, but those are the 3 musical numbers I really, really loved in that show.
Oh, good.
So,
well, I'm excited. I haven't watched it yet. I've been wanting to watch it, and I was out of town last week, and so I wasn't in a place where I could watch it. So I'm excited to watch it.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh, and I have to say that when I was watching the Lupin, I actually did get through a whole bottle of Moscato, the barefoot Moscato. Which I have to say, I'm not a fan. It was like a turquoise. It was good, but it seemed sweeter than the other brand. I can't remember the name of it now. The other brand I usually drink, it seems sweeter somehow. So it wasn't bad, but I probably wouldn't buy that one again.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Really good to know. Okay. Well, I have been watching Things Seen and Not Heard. It's out on Netflix, and it's with Amanda Seyfried and James Norton, and it's a thriller, and I actually liked it because it's got some paranormal thrown in there.
Okay.
And it was actually pretty good. So I definitely would recommend it. It's about this husband and wife, and they're moving to the country, so to speak, where the home that they're moving into, sinister things have taken place in the past, and she's unaware of it. And then there's some weird things that are happening in the house, paranormal things, and she can't quite figure out why that is until they have a dinner party one night, and he's a teacher, he's like a college professor, and he invites over some people from the college for dinner, and that's when some things are revealed. So anyway, I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. So Things Seen and Not Heard on Netflix. I would recommend it. Then I saw The Father. Just a little late on the whole scene from the Oscars, but it was good. It was so sad, but it was good. It's about a father who has dementia and is going through Alzheimer's, and what happens to the family and those trying to take care of him, and it's just so sad because my mom had dementia, so I saw a lot of that happen with her. But he's a great actor anyway. Anthony Hopkins.
That's true.
And Olivia
Colman.
She's so good. She's really become one of my favorites since I watched her in Broadchurch. That was really good. I enjoyed that, and she was great. And of course, she was amazing in The Crown. Oh my gosh. Anyway, yep, she was good.
Did you ever see The Favorite, that Oscar movie she was in that she won for?
I did start watching that. That was really odd.
It seemed I've never seen it. I just remember looking at the trailer. The movie seemed like it was going to be odd. So I was like,
Yeah. Of course she was good because she was, the queen. But I thought the story was weird, and I didn't care for it too much.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't finish watching it either. So maybe I need to go back and revisit it. But anyway, I don't know.
Just curious.
Yeah.
I wondered.
And then the last thing that I watched, this is on Hulu, and it's a documentary. So, how we watch The Housewives of Beverly Hills. This is Erica Jane, or Erica Girardi. Her husband, Tom Girardi. It's the story about the two of them and how they met, and then what's going on with them now. And he's basically losing everything. They're divorcing, and it was pretty dang interesting. And what I didn't realize is that her husband, Tom, was actually the attorney who helped win the case in the Aaron Brockovich, what was it, PG&E, and how they were polluting the water. So Aaron Brockovich was part of that and helped. Yeah, and he was one of the attorneys that she was working for. Who knew? Who knew? And now he's a scumbag. Basically, he's been taking the money that he wins in these high profile cases, and he's not giving them, or very little of their settlement, to the families. And he comes up with all these crazy ideas as to why it's not happening and why he's not giving it out. And you can only float that for so long, I think, before the families start to get a little curious and just question why that's happening. And he would leave messages saying, please don't be mad at me. I'm frustrated. I'm just as frustrated as you are. Then he had the audacity to blame a judge. But the thing that did him in is he left messages. And so these people saved his messages.
Oh, okay.
So that's kind of what helped do him in. Anyway, supposedly he has no money. He had something like $50 million or $80 million. He doesn't remember. And so it's just poof. It's just gone. But yet Eric is divorcing him, and now they're like looking into her finances. So anyway,
that's crazy.
Yeah, and that's on Hulu.
Were you yourself drinking anything during any of these?
Oh, it hasn't been wine, but I'll tell you what I have just been loving is now I've forgotten, gin and tonics.
Oh,
with lots of lime. I've got it down. As I pour in the gin, I count to like 4, possibly 5, and then I squeeze in like 4 limes, not whole limes, but in fourths. Squeeze that in, and then I pour my tonic, diet tonic, by the way, over it, and it's perfect. It's just perfect. So, yeah, the wine just hasn't been as refreshing for me this week, but the gin and tonics have definitely, especially with it being so bloody hot, it's been great.
Good. Okay. I've actually never had one of those. I guess I'll have to
Oh my gosh! Well, now here we go. We're going to turn you on to that.
Right. And now it's time for our series trailer talk. So first up, we have The Eyes of Tammy Faye. This will be out September 17th with Jessica Chastain and Andrew Garfield. This looks really good. Jessica Chastain, man, just really can do no wrong. She just seems to pick these roles that seem to fit her. She's a very versatile and just can transform herself actress. So she looks very much in the later years, you can tell in the trailer, like Tammy Faye. But it looks really good. It's telling the story from when they were young and just got married, and then how they came into their, church life. And not, I guess, televangelical life. I guess that's a better word for it. So I think it looks really good. And Andrew Garfield, I haven't seen him much lately. He had played Spider-Man at one point, and then what was the last thing he was in? I'm trying to think.
I don't know.
I know, I can't
I
remember.
think they did a good job on his makeup to look
right?
like.
Yeah, they really did.
Yeah.
For both of them, so.
I know.
And honestly, until I saw the trailer, it's sad. I'd actually forgotten all about the Bakers. I didn't really had. I was like, oh, that's right.
Tammy
that
Faye.
big scandal with Tammy Faye and is it Bill? Tammy Faye and
Jim Baker.
Tammy Faye and Jim Baker.
Yep.
So I think it'll be cool to see how that all came about.
Yeah, he's still alive, and she passed away.
That's true.
Yeah.
So I'm sure I smell another, award nomination for Jessica coming from this one.
Oh yeah, Andrew Garfield. He played in he was in the one about Facebook. How Facebook.
Oh yes,
movie.
The Social Network.
Yeah,
That's
The
true.
Social Network.
That's right. He played the friend that was suing him.
Yeah. Yep.
For credit. That's true. I forgot about that. Yes.
Good for me. Oh yeah.
And so next up is Ghostbusters Afterlife. This is coming out November 11th and is starring Finn Wolfhard, from Stranger Things, which is, I swear, never coming back. But no, it really is.
I know.
McKenna Grace, who actually, really enough, I feel like now she's everywhere. We just recently saw her on Handmaid's Tale.
Right. Yes.
Then Paul Rudd. And then, of course, returning stars this time, Bill Murray, Ernie Hudson, Dan Aykroyd, and Sigourney
Yay!
Weaver. So this looks good. I loved all the Ghostbusters, minus, of course, I'm sorry, but the remake with all the women.
Yeah, I didn't
wanted
care
to
for
like
it
it so
either.
bad, but the story just was dumb.
I know.
It was just really dumb.
I don't know what it is these days. The comedies they're making just aren't. I mean, seriously, the funniest parts are in the trailer.
Yeah.
I think they've lost their touch.
That's true. But I really do want to see this one. When I saw the latest trailer that had Paul Rudd, and he was like, and there was these mini marshmallow men that were coming out of the package, I was like, oh my gosh, they're so cute. Little Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. And he was like, what's going on? And they're causing all this mischief in the grocery store. I'm like, yes, this is let's get back to basics here. Let's go back and just do the silly things to make this movie work. So I'm excited. They still haven't shown, unfortunately, the original cast in the trailer. So we don't quite know how they're going to come into play, but I just know it's going to be great. So
well, and they might be saving that till a little bit closer, and then
That's
they'll start
true.
releasing some more trailers.
right,
maybe.
that's true.
I don't know.
I'm sure they will. I'm sure they'll probably do a third trailer. It'll encompass more of what's going on. And then finally, there is this movie Annette that is coming out August 6th with Adam Driver and Marion Cotillard. I'm saying that right. So this is described as a comedy musical. The trailer, it's hard to tell us what that is from the trailer.
Yeah, it looks very dark.
It's very dark. It looks very mysterious. It looks like it's kind of following like Boy Meets Girl. They have a baby and craziness happens.
Yeah, fall in love.
Right.
Then
fall in
comes
love and-
children. Then comes dad pushing the baby carriage, and then death. So
hopefully not death, but it could be.
you don't know. Saw a knife in there.
That's true. That could be. So it's a very, it was a weird trailer, but I read that it's supposed to be opening up the Cannes Film Festival this year, so
Yeah.
they must have seen something about it they liked. So
Again, it's probably because it's dark and a bit mysterious. The
Right.
Cannes is a big deal. So
that's true.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
true.
I'm interested. I would like to see it, so I think I will. I can do that.
Okay, all right. I'm
I
gonna
can
leave
take
it
the
all up to you.
bullet. I'll
leave
take the
that
bullet.
all up to you.
Well, you've got a few that you're seeing, so you're taking the bullet on those.
That's true.
Well, that's all the time we have this week, and there's a lot for us to see. So get out there and go to the movies and enjoy yourself.
It's right, officially summer.
That's right. Summertime. So next week, we're not going to have a segment. So hope you all have a wonderful 4th of July and stay safe and try to stay cool because it's super hot. And if you could, please give us a review or a comment, as it really does help us out. And please follow us on Instagram at movies_munchies_moscato. And we will see you again the following week.
Yep, we'll see you in July.
So thanks for hanging. Happy 4th of July.
Thank you, guys.